It says Duane is waiting. Just click on the link. Hello. Oops, hold on.
There we go.
I got. Hi.
Hi,
I got to turn my phone down.
I'm hearing your neck.
Hello. Hang on a
Hi.
second. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to have my phone and my computer because I wanted to play the video.
I'll turn off my phone.
Anyway, let's see. Is that better?
What's be
Ooh.
It's getting better.
I wonder what the I don't know what the reverberations are. Hi, Pete.
You're muted.
Diane, I think it might be you because you're on there twice.
Well, I'm muted.
I think you're right, Shannon.
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. It shouldn't because I shut myself off.
Which I'll put her on.
There it is. It's perfect.
Oh, you're on her twice again.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do was leave the.
Yeah, hold on.
That's better, maybe.
Okay, so I'm only on one place now. Hold on.
That's
there's
it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There you go.
Hey guys,
I got
where in the world
You
are
can get
you?
yours on too if you wish.
Hi.
We're in pretend vacation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Duane.
Hi there.
I was hoping that Tom and Harper would be here so you could meet Harper and she could see their cousins, but they're out and about somewhere. So anyway, hi, Miss Wendy.
Hi, how you doing, Diane?
Good. How are your sisters?
They're good. They're good. And Bonnie and Jean got away for a couple of days when they're at their place at the beach that we're supposed to go in the fall. We'll see. And Kathy's good.
Looks like Shannon.
Mom just left, actually.
To go where?
Home. She was here all day.
Oh,
Mom was helping me with the kids while Mike and I did some stuff around the house, and then my dad helps me in the yard. So
good. Are you in right now, Shannon?
yes, I am. We can pretend, right?
Oh, why
There
not?
you go.
And Miss Lola wanted to see what it was all about. I said there's a bunch of relatives that are going to be on this call that you may not remember or have met. Yes.
Mhm.
So she's made an appearance.
Hi, Lola. I'm your Aunt Wendy.
Hi, Duane.
But
Hi, Joe.
I'm your cousin. I'm your younger cousin. All these other people on here, Wendy and Joe and Janet and Duane, they're all younger than me. Okay.
Oh, really, Diane? You're going to do that?
I look a little older, but that's just because I work really hard.
Yeah. And you don't use any product.
Actually, it's not easy being the oldest of the cousins.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
You have to set the example, Diane. We look up to you.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to do that.
You made it harder.
Oh, look what I got.
Is that Fiddle?
Yes. That's it. I have to look because he's the darker gray.
Oh,
He's also at the moment, he is the one that likes people.
aw.
Twinkie, the girl, not so much, but she,
Don't you guys all love Diane's daily nap report? And now we have a daily dining report.
yes, I thought, did you see that?
I did. Don't they steal from each other?
Only the kittens. Well, no, you have to understand, when it's meal time, I prepare everybody's breakfast, and then I say, Jasmine, I put hers down, and then I say, Rudy, here's yours, and then Holly. So they each go to their own spot, but then the kittens screw it up by coming in and going right for whose ever plate is there. So I have to now put an extra plate down a little bit of food for the kittens. They have just had their breakfast.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's food, and so they have to they have to share. And fortunately, I only had one dog that was food aggressive, and that was Deja. And so she died. And so right now I don't have any food aggressive dogs.
Good.
So
You see Shannon lift up Franklin. So like, remember I said you're setting the bar for us? So now we all have to get our animals. Duane, get your animal.
Oh, he's back here.
I actually,
yes,
I saw,
Harley.
there it is.
Oh, there it is.
yes. Look
Where's
this
Franklin?
way.
And
Turn
put
around.
Franklin back. So we gotta get Hamilton up here.
Now, Duane, does he
Yes.
still run?
Come
I
on.
mean, is he calmer? Is he
Oh, he's calmer, but he did decide to take off last week.
okay? How'd you get him
Mhm.
back?
Bust through the door and ran through the woods for over an hour.
All right, here's Hamilton. You better look really quick.
Oh, aw.
Hamilton and Franklin are
No, let's not even go there.
friends.
Franklin actually
Okay.
started barking when he heard you saying Hamilton. He
Oh,
just
really?
woke up and was like, bark, bark.
Aw.
Jasmine, you want to say hi? There's Jasmine.
Oh, dear.
I'm
Oh.
so sorry. Here comes the whole animal parade.
I got a cat.
Oh, there's
Come here, Rudy. Come here, Rudy. Come here.
That's
Hamilton.
Nadine.
Hamilton, here.
Rudy.
Treat.
All right, Lola, I want to see your fist. Can you hold your fist?
Where's Paul? I thought he was gonna be
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we rearranged this because Paul was working. Here's Rudy. Rudy, say hi.
Aw.
Hi.
Hi, Rudy.
Rudy.
We call him Mr. Grumpy. He's only got one eye.
Oh, boy.
Who have you got, Lola? You took your cat on vacation?
What's
Wow, that's gutsy.
Tell the cat's name, Lola.
What's Nadine?
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 No.
We call her Nene.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That,
Can you show us the dance, Shannon?
What's that?
Do the name
Yes.
dance.
Because of the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh. You know, I'll say, speaking of dances, Michelle, I forget who showed it to me, but Michelle actually, hey, leave him up midnight going after a
Your,
kitten.
your children are misbehaving, Diane.
It can get a little crazy. But anyway, I said to somebody, what's the floss dance? Have you guys done the floss dance? You know, Shannon, she knows. So
Lola can actually do it.
I tried,
I can do it.
We can do it for you.
but
I
it
can do it
worked.
too.
At work, I'll say to, when the children come up to the register, if they're, not their parents are cool, I'll say, hey, any of you guys know how to do the floss dance? And they go,
Yeah.
oh my God. But they get their little hips going one way. I can't do it.
It took me a long time to learn how to do it, but I learned how to do it so I could embarrass her.
Good for you.
So it was
Good
really
motivation.
it
Are
was
you embarrassed, Lola?
Lola, that your parents,
You do it really well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you gonna show everybody the floss dance, Lola?
Well,
yeah, show everybody that some of us haven't seen the, I'm sorry.
Put this thing on.
Oh, I got to take the background off.
Oh,
That's,
she
Okay.
tried to teach me. It was awful.
New arm.
It was awful.
okay, go ahead.
Background.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So now.
Back up a little.
Let's go up.
Yeah, you have to back up. We gotta see your hips.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go. All right.
okay, now, all right.
After
All
you
right,
put
you're gonna be able to do it after this, Diane.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. Michelle just breaks into it like crazy.
Really?
Okay.
I
Right.
don't want to do it.
Go ahead, we're ready.
Too late.
In a while.
Ready?
Look at that. See?
Yay, Lola.
Nice.
All right, Janet, your turn.
Very nice.
And
Your turn.
Oh,
I'll save it for the next family party.
that's right. I'm gonna practice for the next time we do this. Anyway, I did find, and before I forget, I haven't had a chance to do it, scan the photos, but I found another album that's even older than the last one. So I haven't. And if any of you guys have any questions about some of the people in there, I wish my brother was on this call because, and I
Yeah,
thought
where's
he
he?
was going to join us because he remembers a lot more than I do.
But where is he?
It's a good damn question.
And where is Nancy, who was on?
Yeah, they
Where's,
were talking about it.
yeah, and where is Paul? And
All right, hold on. Let me. Paul
Paul told me he could do it, didn't he?
Yeah, Paul was,
Kim was going to join us.
Messaging.
She had, hold on a second, but she had a family thing here. I'm going over here.
Yeah, I saw Kim just say family was over.
Yeah.
Maybe the dog that's over.
Where is,
Yeah.
let me see. I saw Paul's, hang on, didn't somebody see Paul on here?
You know, he asked me for my number on Messenger and he called me probably about a month ago. We talked a long time. It was really
Oh,
nice.
that's nice.
It was very nice. Yeah.
How do you take the background off?
Okay, well,
Here,
yeah, Rod and Nancy.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rod and
Nancy's
Nancy.
having trouble with her Zoom.
Who?
Nancy.
Yeah.
You said that? Oh. Did Janet, she just say that to you now?
No, I mean, she had commented when,
Okay. All right. Well, I just tried to reach him on.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you hold her like over her shoulder?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
I don't. You know what? I don't think I have their phone number. I would call them. I thought. Yeah, I figured Rod could figure this out, but. Oh, somebody's answering. Where are you? Where are you?
It's about to get loud over here, just so you know. I
What are
may
you
have to
doing?
mute. Well, Piper's coming out of the bathtub, so that's always.
Oh, how old is Piper? I can't keep track of all the babies.
She's 3.
Oh.
Yeah. So Lola just turned 10. Lola just celebrated her 10th birthday. Oh, Nene.
Can't get on. Says we're not paired with something. Oh.
Oh,
All right. Well, let me see. You guys chat for a second.
Shannon, who's gonna be making all the noise, Piper or Mike?
oh, unfortunately.
Ow, you scratch.
But then I have to put Piper to bed and probably like.
Okay. All right.
Now, Diane, I need to tell you that you keep calling yourself the older cousin.
Yes.
The term now is you are our family matriarch.
Oh, she hates that. She doesn't like that. Oh, no.
But you see that implies a level of maturity. That's not going to
Okay,
happen.
we can scratch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maturity.
You want to be called Diane.
And the thing of it is, the Sapp brothers, they're older than me.
Mm.
Who?
Now, who's the Sapp brothers?
Okay, my father had a sister, Jane. That was Aunt Jane.
Mhm.
And
She was a kick.
oh my God, yes, yes.
And we thought we got flooded last year.
And so Jane and her husband Alva had 5 children. David was the oldest, and then Jim, and then Pat, who was 2 years older than me. She had diabetes and got sick. Oh my gosh, she was maybe 30 at the time. She got sick and went into a coma and died. Oh, there he is. And then the last 2 were the twins, Tom and Beth. Now, Tom also,
So your Uncle Tom had a nephew named Tom. Okay.
yes, he and Tom had very also type 1 diabetic, but he never never took care of himself.
Yeah.
Nope.
He ate whatever he wanted to, and so he developed heart problems. He also got
What?
gangrene and lost leg,
Toes.
and
That's too bad.
eventually he had, I think, I don't know, Duane, did he have a heart attack? But then eventually he had another heart attack and died.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So let me go back. Maybe
How
they're
old was he then?
Huh?
How old was he when he died?
What do you think? Mid-40s?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, young, yeah,
yeah.
young, yeah.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna try. I keep sending them the invitation, but for some reason they're not getting it.
Hmm.
And I think Tom ended up being in my graduating class at Brush,
Yes. Okay.
1970.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the kids, you kids behind me, I really wasn't sure. I didn't really follow what was going on with you guys as much. So hang on a second. I'm trying to get,
John got married.
just trying to, all they should do,
To Brush, do you know?
pardon me?
I was asking Duane, how many of us went to Brush? I mean, my dad did, I did.
That's so weird. That's what I was trying to ask.
Do you know, Duane?
Let's see. My mother, her sister Gwen. My mother graduated in 39. Gwen graduated with Estelle in 1940. I think in one of your photos, Diane, you had Gwen and your mom in their cap and gown.
So it's,
Oh, yes.
Joe went to Brush also, you're saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Wow.
He said most.
And even
Yeah.
Linda, Doug's
Mhm.
Right, Linda,
went to
Doug,
Brush. Mm-hmm.
and of course all of my siblings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I took a
Speaking of,
class.
go
I took,
ahead.
I took a class at Brush once, does that count?
Of course.
That makes you an
Joe.
alumni.
Wait a second. Were you,
No,
one,
I
were you one of those Mayfield people?
No, West Yaga. Even worse. I know.
Even worse than West Yaga, huh?
You mean they had electricity out in?
Oh, no.
And indoor plumbing.
that was what I was gonna say.
Mom and Dad drove us down to, I guess it was like Streetsboro area, to visit Aunt Jane and her husband Alva. And they were visiting, I think, his folks, or yeah, I think it was his parents' house. Talk about old and farmhouse-ish. They even had a barn, and Doug and I played in the hayloft in the barn. So, I mean, they had wallpaper that must have been up since 1860. I don't know.
What was the newspaper or the Sears catalog?
No, actually, it was decorative, and it was like,
Flocked.
yeah, but it was that was probably the oldest family home I can remember ever being in. And
They have indoor plumbing?
yes.
Yeah, they did.
Now, do you guys ever remember going out to Salzburg to find out?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't have indoor plumbing for a long time.
The Deemer's house?
Oh, Deemer.
It became the Deemer's house. It was actually the Lemon, Clyde Lemon was, it was his home. Yeah, their home, Ina and Clyde. And I can remember lots of things, but they had a pump in the kitchen for water.
Mhm.
There was an outhouse out in the back. We had to go out in the backyard. And then for dinner, Ina
There's a cat in the background.
downstairs went down into the cellar with a chicken and whacked it off. And that's what we had for dinner.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. But
Wow.
I remember being in Salzburg it must have been, I think it was the Deemer home, and the TV was like, from 1800s, and we watched the landing on the moon.
Well, that was 1969.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah,
You really watched the landing on the moon then?
Yeah.
At that house? How
I
funny is
was
that?
11 years old.
Who were the,
Wow.
Deemers, explain the Deemers to Joe.
Okay.
Emmy, I'm listening.
Grandmother, okay, the easiest way to explain it is going back to Grandma Taylor.
okay,
Grandma Taylor's family, her ancestors were Gilkersons. And the Gilkersons,
well, that was her maiden name, right?
her maiden name was actually Burlingame.
Mhm.
Okay.
But her father, yes, her father, no, excuse me, her mother was a sister to James Gilkerson. So that's where that whole Gilkerson family comes in. But see, grandma never got to spend time with her family because her mother died when she was, what, 4 maybe? 4 or 5. And her father was going blind, so he couldn't take care of her. So they shipped her from Iowa. They shipped her, see, she was born in Iowa, and Castana, and they shipped her back to Salzburg to be with her mother's family. And the first person that hooked her up with, or sent her to live with, was Mariah Laird. And she was I forget whose mother she was, but she was one of her kids married a Gilkerson, I think. But Mariah was crazy, and she
Diane,
really was awful.
Diane, real quick. So Gilkerson was by marriage.
Correct.
Grandma. Okay, just trying to. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the
Mariah was crazy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
no, that's okay. Yeah, she was just she
Odd.
probably, I want to say crazy. She was probably bipolar. So I know where I get it, you know. But she just made grandma's life miserable, and so grandma was always running away. And so one day she was walking down the dusty road, and this one of the Gilkersons, Ina, no, excuse me, Caroline, I beg your pardon. Pardon me, I'll get mixed up unless I'm looking at the pictures. So Caroline, yes, Caroline was her father's sister. Anyway, so Caroline kind of rescued grandma and took her home, and so Grandma Taylor lived with her until she went off to school. And
Here,
Oh,
get in the
did she
picture.
pick her up the dusty road? Just like grandma was.
in
Grandma
a buggy.
and
buggy.
she's like, "You're coming with me," and that was
Yep.
it.
Well, you know,
How old was grandma then?
you know how in a small town everybody knows everybody else's business.
The dog.
Everybody knew what Mariah.
There's our baby.
There he is.
What's the dog's name?
This is
Harley.
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 Hi, Harley.
Turned
So
around.
everybody knew Mariah, and but to actually walk up to her and say, Mariah, you really shouldn't be taking care of this child. So I
And she said,
I wanted to
okay.
give her a chance.
How
No.
did
She said, okay.
it that it was Mariah?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How did it come to be that it was Mariah? That
I'm trying to remember. She may have been, I think she may have been James' mother. I'm not positive. I have to look back. I was going to do that. I was going to have the chart ready when we got online, but I got home at 7:45 and my neighbor stopped me, so I didn't have time to do anything but get the computer on. But, oh, well, here.
All right, so you
I
still,
do right now, but I will send you that because sometimes I forget how we're all related.
So I'm still lost. Where did Deemer come in?
Okay, that's all right.
Uncle Joe,
So Ina,
wait, one more question.
yes,
How old was Grandma T? Because you asked that, right?
Yeah, when she got.
How old was she when Ida got
well, she was probably 6, 7.
That young.
Oh,
She was
my
just a
God.
little kid.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
This is
terrible.
The story,
perfect breaks for my great grandma.
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, sometimes I can picture the family tree, and then other times it just kind of goes away. So, sometimes my kids will say, "Hey, Mom, remember when?" I go, "No." Okay, so that's where I am mostly. I remember bits and pieces, but not everything. But I will get you that so you can see the lineage. It's just nice to see all your faces.
Yeah, this is very cool. Thank you for doing this. Diane.
What's that?
Well, I'm sorry that we can't get Nancy on here. I will have to try and work with them. Hi, Piper.
Hey, Piper.
Do you know all these people?
You say hi. These are all your relatives. Isn't it awesome?
Hi,
Yes.
sweetie.
This is one old lady. There's a couple of other old people.
Yeah.
Hey.
Speak for yourself.
I know. And I try to tell. It's hard sometimes for Harper, even at 5, to understand the relationship between everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sometimes I'll say, so I'll mention her dad. I'll say your dad, and she'll say, "You mean your son?" So she works very hard. Oh, here. Oh, Michelle's there. Hi, Michelle.
Oh, she-
She tries to get the family. Hi, Michelle.
oh, not yet.
Okay,
I don't have her.
Mhm.
So
here she comes.
Diane, I have a question for you. You mentioned I just got home from work. How many hours are you working?
I agreed I wanted to only be part-time, but for Walmart, part-time for me is 33 3/4 hours a week.
Oh my.
Yes,
Diane, that's a lot.
it is. It is. As a matter of fact, hello, Michelle.
tell her
Hey,
to,
Mom.
tell her to click on her. video.
Hi, sorry, I forgot until I just opened my Facebook app.
Click on your video.
We don't see
No,
you.
I actually have my video covered. I'm just watching.
Really?
You don't want to see.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
You don't want us to see you?
I mean, you can see me, but I just have it covered at work because I don't really like my joint meetings to be on camera because usually I'm multitasking.
Okay,
Oh.
so
I'm
you've
covered
got, but
myself.
you've also got the Zoom app open on. Is it on your computer open?
Yes. Yeah, I have it on my computer, which is why my camera's covered.
Diane.
Oh, I see. How about can you open the app on your phone? Well, whatever. We'll try it next time.
No, well, I don't. Yeah, no, I was just wanted to look it on my computer so I could see it larger.
Oh, you're gonna go see Daddy? Okay.
So somebody accidentally scheduled me for 8 hours on Monday, and I said, no. Diane does not work 8 hours on her. For me, Monday is my Friday. Like the rest of you might work Monday through Friday. Okay, well, Monday is my Friday, and there's no way I'm going to work 8 hours. Okay, after I'd done Saturday and Sunday, no, thank you.
Yeah.
She said, well, how many hours do you want to work? I said, not 8. So she cut me back to 6.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
But it's been good for me because I was kind of retired, and I was starting to feel pretty infirm.
Really?
Yeah. And so getting, moving around. I mean, there's not a lot to do in a mobile home, and the yard is like, this big. Um, and I missed people.
Yeah.
So that's been the fun of it. And it was your Uncle Charlie that gave me the idea to apply at Walmart, because he was almost 80 when he was a greeter. And I thought, I could greet. I could be a greeter. So I filled out the application online, and they called me in for the interview, and, oh yeah, you'll be great. What, cashier? And a cash register? I'm telling you guys, it's a little like brain surgery back there. So don't get too cocky when somebody says, I'm a cashier at Walmart.
Okay,
It is not that easy.
got a new respect for it now. Okay.
I mean, really, there's lots of buttons back there. And,
Maybe I should start leaving a tip.
as a matter of fact, some guy on Facebook made a crack about, oh, you're just a cashier at Walmart. And I wanted to, flip him the bird, but that's not really nice. But, until you actually stand back there and have to touch these buttons, it's not that easy. So it took me almost a month before I could go home not in tears.
Aw.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
so but I enjoyed the people so much.
Yeah.
My first week, and I was by myself, because they kind of train you for like 5 seconds. Then first week, a young man came by, and I said, hi, how are you? He told me this horrible story about his mother being sick, and he's taking care of his younger siblings. And I'm going, what? You cannot, that was when I realized you cannot tell what's going on in a person's life by looking at them.
True.
And I have heard more sad stories.
Yeah.
And these people, they're smiling, they're saying, hi, how are you? And they mean it. And so, no matter how, it's probably the employees that piss me off the most, but there are very few customers that I can complain about. I would say less than 5%
Yeah.
are really
Look, you're making a difference.
be
there.
ugly. And they probably came in a bad mood, It wasn't me. So it's been very rewarding, because when you live alone, when none of you guys see that yet, when you live alone, you can kind of lose touch with other people and what's going on in their lives. Now, you've all had, big families, or, you have some family around. And so I had kind of lost touch with how to, talk to people. And so
I feel like that can happen during this pandemic, for crying out loud.
oh my gosh, yes. That is the one thing we all bitch about. They'll complain about it, and I go, word of the day is ridiculous. Oh yeah. So I'm on board. Most people are really miserable, and you get these little old ladies that can't breathe, and there's oxygen, a cannula under the mask, and you go, oh. And it's actually the older people that are toughing it out the best.
I agree, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. And Michelle, somebody was asking me today how it's working in the hotel business. And I said, well, I don't know. Michelle doesn't, she doesn't really share about customers. She have employee issues. But is it still a struggle for you guys?
Absolutely. I mean, there's not a lot of people traveling. It's picked back up, but especially on the coast, it's more difficult. We rely a lot on international business and corporate travel, and so everybody's working remotely now. So it's we're a lot slower than we were or we would be typically this, you know, we usually run over 90% this time of year, and now we're like 25% occupied. So it's very tough for hotels and restaurants right now.
Is it safer to stay at a hotel now than before, maybe?
I see you.
In the sense that things are being cleaned more?
Come here.
Yeah, I mean, most large hotel brands, there's all these new initiatives, clean initiatives, and different way we clean and extra equipment to sanitize. So have a very strict regimen that we follow, and we've got, you know, plexiglass, and everybody's got masks and gloves, and we sanitize all our public space every hour. So everybody's trying to keep the employees healthy and the guests healthy.
Yeah.
And we still have a lot of frontline responders, nurses that have come in. We used to actually had over 60 at one point. Now we're probably down to about a dozen that are working either in Jersey City or Manhattan area, still working. So.
So do they do anything different with the rooms as far as cleaning?
For the frontline medical personnel, we don't go in their rooms at all.
No, I mean, yes.
Or for any guest, yes, in the sense that we use a piece of equipment called electrostatic sprayer. So it comes in and sanitize with a special equipment, and we spray everything down for employees too. And we also wait longer after a guest checks out before we go into the room. We removed any kind of collateral or pillows or anything that can't be wiped down and sanitized.
Wow. That must be expensive.
Like, yeah, well, we just have it, you know, we used to keep sugar packets and salt because we're extended stay. So there's a lot of things we used to keep in the rooms, but now if we can't sanitize it, we don't keep it in there, just to make it available upon request. So just if it can't be sanitized, we won't put it in there. So, yeah.
Two pillows and throw them out and put two new pillows in there?
No, not for the pillows that are in there, but we in between guests, we could launder the pillows, pillowcases. So everything we use duvets, so everything's laundered in between guests.
Okay. Wow.
Now, some of the hotels were not going to be having coffee makers in their rooms. Are you taking those out?
No, we still have our coffee makers in there. Our packs are sealed. So, but anything else we have it available, all the condiments upon request.
Now, which facility are you at, Michelle?
Well, my home hotel is in Jersey City.
Okay.
I work for IHG, and I'm in a Candlewood Suites hotel.
Right. Okay. Great.
So, yeah. So we're hanging in there. Trying to keep the doors open.
Well, I like Candlewood Suites. They're really good. Now, they have the rooms where you can bring your own food and cook, right?
Yeah, there's kitchens and refrigerators, stovetops. Exactly. So we're set up for guests primarily staying 7 nights or longer. But we have guests that stay just a couple nights as well. But absolutely, which is really nice right now because a lot of folks don't want to order out or go out to eat. So they like to be able to shop and make their own food in the room.
So you don't have facilities where they come in and get breakfast, though, do you?
No. I mean, they can purchase. We have a little store. They can purchase things at us.
Right.
And there's lots of places that will deliver right now. Although they did open outdoor seating in New Jersey. But that's pretty much it. And that's something else we do. We're a lot of social distancing. So we only let, one guest in the store at a time or 3 guests in our big laundry room so they can launder their own clothes. So.
Diane, I just got it. It's like, oops, what happened?
I'm trying to bring up
your screen share. Okay. Look at you, girl. You know more about stuff than I do.
Hey, going back to the genealogy thing, what was that big, thick genealogy book, hardbound book that you showed me when we were first married that goes way back?
I think I got that from you, Diane.
What's
Oh, yes, yes.
what side of the family is
Matter
that?
of fact, I still have a copy of, I want to say,
I have a copy too. That was my bridal gift
Ah,
that you gave me, Diane. My bridal shower gift.
that's right.
so,
I still have the copy that was to go to Kathy.
Oh,
I still have a couple of copies here, but
I'll give it to her. She was asking me about that. What about that? What were you saying, Aunt Wendy?
oh, I just,
can you guys see my screen with the genealogy?
no.
no.
But I see that you wanted.
No, it's just black.
Yeah.
No, it's just black.
You started sharing your screen, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But one of the, believe it or not, I'm not going to live forever. And
No.
Brian,
It isn't so.
I've heard, yeah, I know. But not to leave Michelle with everything, I'm really working hard to try to get all the pictures and all the family history and all that stuff out to you guys, so that, I don't have to feel guilty once I leave, because I'll be up there and going, oh my God, I forgot to give somebody the albums. So,
Oh, you're funny.
but yeah, I really hate the thought of dumping this all on Michelle. She's such a good sport. But anyway,
I've got room, Mom. Don't worry.
I know. But
She's got plenty of rooms in the Candlewood Suites.
there you go.
There you go.
A genealogy room.
Yeah, what I'm
I
trying.
found my dad and then, my sisters, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh,
You
here
know,
we go.
Diane, I had a patient come in the, what?
Here is right in the middle. This. Hey, you leave that kitten alone.
Hey, Diane.
Yes.
So total sidebar, but we had talked about me, and I totally got distracted, obviously, when I had Piper with all of her,
I have not joined DAR yet.
No, but I'm on the mailing list, so I still.
Oh, good.
So there's 2 chapters here locally.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, but with this, does this suffice?
Well,
Or-
what was holding me back, and it's another thing I'm trying to get done. I should have done it.
You're going to have to come to Ohio.
Well, I'm going to have to.
It's too bad you lived right up you were literally in the city over from me for years, and now I live here, and you're not here anymore.
I hear you. The one piece of the DAR requirements that I was missing
Yeah.
was a birth announcement for my grandfather, okay, who is not a descendant of Rufus Putnam, okay, but they wanted his announcement. So one of the times before I left, I'd already moved here, went back to Ohio for a visit, expressly to go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics to try to find something on Grandpa Taylor. And I did that. And I have it, but I just haven't made the effort to go ahead and make a photocopy of it and send it to DAR. We have a DAR facility group here. Believe it or not, the reason I couldn't find anything on Grandpa Taylor online was because they misspelled his mother's name.
Oh, wow. What's DAR stand for?
Daughters of the American Revolution.
Oh.
So, Wendy, of course, you know, you're entitled to join that. So every once in a while, I think, oh my God, I've let poor Shannon down, and Michelle and all the girls. There is also, I want to say Sons of the Revolution. There is a male version.
What did Uncle Joe say? What did he say?
Nothing significant at all.
I was trying to just not laugh, but it came out, and then I looked at you, and you're laughing, so then I lost it. Never mind. Moving along to the daughters.
There you go. But that's
Sorry.
but that's it. I need to do that. And
Well, you've already done so.
Well, I know you have.
You have, Diane.
I
Some
really.
pictures I didn't even know existed.
oh,
And then Nancy was sending them. I don't know if you, Shannon and you, everybody was on that. It was on Messenger. And Paul was sending pictures.
Oh, I didn't see those.
no, I
I'll
didn't see
share
it.
it with you, Shannon. And he had a picture, because you know how we took a picture, my mom did, whatever, for the first year of his life.
That's down below where you have
Sending
to Jerry
pictures
Lyden.
of Paul and with my mom and dad. Yeah. Now what are we looking at here?
Well, now this was the last one.
Is that before they let women be in the pictures?
Yeah. Now you see this. There's
Virgil.
your grandfather, Wendy.
Where?
Oh, yes.
Where?
That's right here.
There in the middle.
Uh,
Got the cursor going around his head.
Where?
here he is.
Yep. Where's your? Oh, there it is.
There it is, right here. So
Grandpa?
Grandpa's the little guy in front with the suspenders.
Your great grandpa. Your great
Yeah.
grandpa, Shannon.
And then to
Oh,
the
I was gonna
Yes.
say. I'm like that doesn't look like Grandpa.
left is your dad, right, Diane?
I'm sorry,
Right here.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
not my dad. Now this first picture,
He looks
I
like
couldn't.
Oh.
That,
It
now who is
it
this?
does look like.
That's
Joe
Joe
Moffat.
Moffat.
All right. Now let me tell you the Moffats. Grandma Taylor had a sister. Her brother died when he was 2.
Oh, wow.
But Grandma's sister, Mary, of course,
Hey, which grandma?
Grandpa,
Yeah, Grandma.
okay.
Grandma Taylor.
Grandma Taylor's had a sister.
Hmm.
And their father, Frank, was blind and could no longer take care of them. And you know, he
Wow.
he came to Cleveland so that Grandma Taylor could take care of him in later life. So that's how he ended up back in Cleveland. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but at any rate, this Moffat is, I think he is Grandma's brother-in-law, Grandma Taylor's brother-in-law.
Okay.
I think that's how that worked. Mary Burlingame. So you had Florence Burlingame, her sister Mary Burlingame. All right.
Was Mary older or younger?
I think she was older.
And did she go with Grandma?
She was shipped off to family in Texas.
What? It's not.
So there was family in Texas, and I can't remember. Somewhere I've got all that stuff, all that information.
So her mom passes away.
Yes.
Her dad is blind, and she is shipped away from her sibling.
Correct.
That's a lot.
A lot.
So you know when they saw each other?
No.
Rarely, but after she was married and had children, they got together and went on a trip. Have you read the byways, Shannon? Have you seen the byways?
I know about them. I know I can find them on the website.
That's where you will read the stories of. That's the best way to get to know your. Hold on a second here. I'm screwing around here. That's the best place to get to know where your family where your family, what they were doing. The byways,
Yes, right there.
motor trip plans to Tennessee.
How do you, I mean, do you just start at the, oh, that's
Oh,
not,
wait a minute, what happened? Oh, I must have broken the link. Anyway, I'll have to fix that.
but here's my question. Do I just start at the top and read on?
can.
So I started reading this, but it was so long ago. I
Yeah.
mean, when did you start this? How many, when was this? When did you first share this with me?
Well, my mother,
Come here.
when my mother sold a house in South Euclid and moved to Olmsted Township to be near Doug and Linda, she was not quite retired from Case Western Reserve, but she did what I've been trying to do, and that's collect all this family history and stuff. Grandma Taylor wrote the byways. She wrote a newspaper column every week for the Salzburg Press.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
what all of these things are, and let me be time to thanks. I've had trouble with the links sometimes. At any rate, so what Mom did, let's see. Grandma started writing in 1918. Grandma Taylor. When I say grandma, I mean my grandma. So your
Yeah,
great-grandma.
Right.
Mhm.
So she kept writing through 1940. No.
Yeah, you go watch Trolls. I'll be in there in a minute.
Last one was 1963.
Wow.
Grandma,
Oh, 50 years.
In the trailer. Oh my God.
47 years of writing, publication.
Yeah, that's what she did. But there is a story here about her family, lots of them. And like I said, give me time to fix these links. It's another thing I've been planning to do.
Taylor Trailer Tales. That's.
Do you remember when she went, she and Grandpa, let me see, she retired from teaching and they bought this 14-foot travel trailer
Didn't she?
and went all across the country.
I think so. That's what I
And
think it
so they ended up, God, everywhere. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, my high
West.
school present was
Going out
a trip to
west.
California,
is. Oh, yeah, on the trailer.
and I met Grandma, Doug and I met Grandma and Grandpa, or Grandma, excuse me, in California. And then we toured for that summer, 1964. When I graduated, we came back, we drove back across the country. So that was my parents' graduation present to me.
Oh.
And because it was probably going to be a once in a lifetime thing, my brother got to come along. And it's a good thing because he's a much better navigator than I ever was. So,
Our kids' luggage. You got a better gift.
I got luggage too.
sometimes it's like yesterday.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, another lifetime.
I know.
Like I said, give me time, and I'll send you those things, those stories that talk about the family, so you can kind of get an idea. But the best one is here. Visit with Judith and Wes in Hawkins, Texas. These were her sisters. When I say she, I'm talking about Grandma Taylor. These were her sister's children. And when John and I lived in North Carolina, we were not far from one of her children. But then she died, so I never got a chance to.
How do we read these stories? We just go on the website of the byways?
Yes.
Rufus.
Like I said, give me time. I will spend tomorrow afternoon making sure the links are working.
And when?
Yeah.
It's rufusputnam.com.
Correct.
And there's a menu
Hang on.
at the top.
Okay.
And don't worry, if you don't have to write it down, you can call me.
I have a pencil, Shannon.
I maybe should know this, but
What's that?
understand, Wayne, your parents were Gladys and Elwood, right?
Correct.
So who's related to?
The simplest way I explain it, we just saw the picture with Grandpa Taylor, Virgil.
Yeah.
He was my grandmother's twin.
Wait, say that again.
Okay, not Wendy's dad, but her grandfather.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay.
So Wendy's and Diane's grandfather, Virgil, was my grandmother, Philippa Ellerker, her twin.
That's where the name Philippa comes in.
Correct.
Sister, yeah.
Okay.
But my grandmother's birth name was Myrtle, but she went by her middle name, Philippa.
Oh, okay.
She hated Myrtle.
And I caught that somewhere along the lines. I was really into Ancestry.com, and it was really, just a real quick, short.
Yeah, I'm sure it was confusing.
It was, and I check in with my grandma Beverly, and unfortunately, it was at a time that she was still, fortunately, she wasn't that confused, but unfortunately, she was confused on some things. So, but I just love the time that I got to spend with her, and she would go, "Oh yeah, I remember that, and I remember those people," and then she would tell me a story about how so and so, and I look at and the family tree, and I would show with her, share with her Ancestry.com, and she'd go, "Oh, that is right." And it was so fun to share that. That was actually when I was at home with Lola, when Lola was first born. And so my grandma and I got to spend 3 months together, and it was
Nice.
really a beautiful experience. I mean, I am so blessed that I got to have that time with her. Totally.
Well,
I keep getting these messages, emails saying, here's another link. No, here's another hint about your family tree from Ancestry.com. So we have so many relatives out there.
Yeah.
And what another thing I would like to do sometime is hook up with some of the other family trees. Here's the picture.
There's Grandpa.
There you go. So there's your dad, Wendy, and right next to him is Gladys.
Oh, yeah.
And right next to Gladys with the glasses here is Duane's grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And this guy, Uncle Al, was a son of a bitch. Okay. I'm sorry, Duane.
No, but what I've come to terms with was that he was from a generation where he was the breadwinner, and I think when the Depression hit, it emasculated him. And I think a lot of his anger, frustration that went on to affect a lot of his relationships was really tied to that pain.
That time.
But
Yeah.
Well, my grandmother, my father's mother, she hated me, and she made my mother's life miserable. So we've each got one.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah.
who is Uncle Al?
That's my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
So,
And this lady down here, I adored her. This was Gwen,
Oh, she was wonderful.
Gladys's sister. I just adored.
Oh, okay.
Didn't
now,
get
I should
Aw.
mention that house where that picture is taken is in South Euclid. My mother lived there from when they built the house in 1929.
Oh,
Except
is this the
for
back porch? Is this the side?
no, that's the front door.
Oh, okay.
That's down the street.
No, yeah, down the street from the house where I grew up.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Now, who's the young man? sitting
We
there?
don't know. Mom's got a question mark there.
Oh. I remember your house. Was it on Avondale, Duane?
No, Plainfield.
Plainfield, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
We had Manners Restaurant on the corner. There it is, 1319 Plainfield.
That's the one that he grew up
Oh,
in. That's the one Dwayne
yeah.
grew up in.
No,
And
I
this
didn't
is
move there
another
till-
wonderful
That's the
woman,
one you grew up in.
Marjorie. Marjorie was your your
Right.
aunt, your
Virgil and Philippa's sister.
Okay.
Right, Virgil and Philip. Okay.
and she was married to a guy I know. He was dead before I was born. Well,
Same with me.
Clarence.
So that's Gwen.
Clarence.
Okay. You know what's funny?
Clarence Summers.
Gladys still looks like Gladys. Like the Gladys I knew.
Yeah, look at
You
these two women. Look at
But
them.
Yeah.
we're trying to find out what her real name is.
What?
Who?
Gladys.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, I thought she was born Ruth.
Oh,
I think her birth.
Diane, would you know that?
Well, you know what? Somewhere, oh God, somewhere we have a census. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got a census that shows
That her name was not spelled Gladys. It's spelled wrong one place,
uh,
and we can't find her birth certificate.
that's what I was gonna just ask you. No birth certificate.
okay, well,
Of course, she was born in.
all right, do what I did. I mean, you might not get you could get the birth certificate, but do what I did and go down to the Bureau of Vital Statistics in Cleveland. I can't remember the address, but you can find it. And, they've got.
It's the pandemic. We haven't been able to do it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But when this is all over, so anyway.
Quick question. I actually have two questions. One, Duane, what made you go there, suspect that? When was the aha? And then Diane, the census, don't you find sometimes the census that'll take place, a couple years later is totally conflicting the census that took
No.
place before
No,
that?
the census is only every 10 years.
So
So
here's
my mother was born in 21, which
Yeah.
meant the first census she appeared on was in 1930 when she was 9.
Yeah.
Only every 10 years.
Well, the reason I say that is my other side of the family, let's flip flop and go to my dad's side. My grandpa, we don't know when he was born. He has 2 different birthdays. And they're like 3 years apart. So we don't know. And he has the birth certificate is different than what we celebrate, that we found it somewhere, and he did not know this. And then the census has it the way that we have been celebrating it. So I don't know.
Tell me you had to go back to work because you retired too soon or something?
Well,
I
and
know.
then they may have used the baptismal date at that time. So, I
We
mean,
don't know.
it could be very confusing.
Yeah, he knows not the boat. My Aunt Vicky found, going through documents, she found my grandfather, my dad's dad, his birth certificate, and it's 3 years off, and it's off.
Mhm.
And so it threw a monkey wrench into what everybody thought, and yet
Do
everything else, it's
Can they look up his
Military?
his military birth date?
Military record containing.
I think so, yeah, because, well, and that's the other thing. I want to say the military was even like, I left that maybe, I don't know, it was before I married so I don't know, maybe like, it was around right after so maybe 2 years, so 8 years ago, and all of it's loggy now, right?
Right.
Well, the Bureau of Vital Statistics, I had a lot of communication with those folks, and they were very helpful. Of course, sometimes it costs you money to get the copies. I spent a lot of money getting copies of birth certificates,
A lot of money in that, yeah.
but I don't mean like beaucoup bucks, but I mean, it could be anywhere from, $10 to $20. But anyway.
Add everybody up. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
it's worth it if you have questions.
Mhm.
So
Well,
this
we were looking up something for a relative, and it was a interesting fact because the young man was we had different spellings for his name, and he was either missing in action or something for the Civil War. So
wow.
So we went to
National
the
Archives.
National Archives in Washington, D.C., and gave them the information. And within an hour, I had 2 envelopes of information.
Original documents, handwritten letters from her ancestor.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've
So,
Very
got a
cool.
lot of stuff that to develop, to hand off to Doug if he wants it, on my dad's side of the family. So that's a whole other kettle of fish. But there is a section
Give me that.
or a group called Fold 3.
mhm.
You've been in touch with them? Any of you that have military?
Well, Fold 3 didn't have the information because
Okay.
we couldn't find the right spelling.
Got it. Okay.
Well-
Well, that's why we could never find anything about Grandpa Taylor's birth, because they misspelled Bessie.
Nana Taylor's husband.
Mhm.
The card in the archive said Barry, Berr. So the way somebody wrote Bessie, it looked more like Barry. So
Mhm.
an easy, simple misspelling. I have to point this out. I didn't know her very well, but the lady on the left over here was our,
Great grandma.
yes, Grandpa Taylor's mother.
That's our,
Oh.
for you and I, that's our common ancestor.
Yes,
Not our grandparents being twins. This is their parent.
yes.
And what is her name?
You know what? And it was so funny. She was actually about this age, I think, Mom, when I first met her. I can't see some of the dates. Mom didn't put dates on everything, but I don't remember much about her. But I remember she was very sweet. And one time she sat with me. You remember, Duane, in that first house, there was in the dining room, there was not a sideboard, but there was like a bench along the wall.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. So anyway, but it had
Yeah.
cushions on it, and she sat next to me or something on it. But I have so few memories of her,
And
except
she was blind.
yes,
Now
Oh,
I have
was
to-
she? Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
You
Now,
look like the lady from the Helen Keller movie.
yes,
yes,
And of course, the other lady on the right side, that's
Marge.
that's Aunt Marjorie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Virgil and Philippa's sister.
Yes.
I have to ask.
about our history.
Pardon me?
Too blind? Do we know? Is it genetic or?
Well, mostly cataracts. Now, Wendy, your dad and your kids, they
Yep.
catch the cataracts?
My dad did.
Yes. And Charlie
Right.
did?
Bonnie and Kathy did, and their daughters did. Kathy's son, obviously Shannon's brother, none of my children had it. I don't know how it hit me all together and my kids.
Because
No.
it goes through the men. That's
Okay.
that's how my mother escaped. That's what I was told. But anyway, Grandpa Taylor, he eventually went blind from glaucoma. So I always have the glaucoma test.
And
My
from my
mom-
mother,
My mom has glaucoma.
and my mother had macular degeneration.
Yes.
Grandma Beverly isn't that what Grandma had?
What, Shannon?
Your mom? Macular degeneration, when she had to get all those shots in her eyes all the time.
Yeah, she had
Oh,
wet.
she did?
And there's
Okay.
dry. She
Yeah.
had wet. Dry, you can't do anything with it. So it's actually better to have wet than dry.
Oh,
It was,
okay.
yeah, it was,
Oh.
I hated watching
Trying to
her
find
have to
it
deal
out.
with that.
I was like, I took her all to doctor visits, and I'm like, you are a trooper to let people put a shot in your eye.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
the time.
Well, you
Oh
know,
my God, look how cute that picture is.
Oh my
know-
God, here they are.
those Taylor boys,
Oh, look at Duane.
they had They
Those
had
are Smith kids.
cataract surgery
These are
done
gone.
with no
I s-
anesthesia. You remember that? They had no
Oh.
anesthesia.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's Elwood and
And
Gladys.
I have that rifle.
Wait, no, that's really, wait, that's Elwood and Gladys? No.
That's in our basement down the street from my grandmother's house. That's the house I grew up in that had been Aunt Marge's.
Okay, so we've got Melanie, Philippa, Duane, and Neil. Okay.
Yep. That's
Oh,
around
that makes sense.
1960.
Is Neil your brother?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I thought that was the case, but
Neil was born in 1950, myself 1952.
got it. Okay.
There's Uncle Charlie. That's why I'll have to,
Oh.
figure out a way to get Nancy and
Isn't he so handsome? He's so
I
cute over
know.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great picture.
I love that one.
Me too.
Who's here? Oh yeah, there they are. There's Grandma Taylor and Grandpa Taylor, Marilyn and Chuck.
And
Oh, wow.
Chuck, yeah.
Oh,
Uncle Chuck.
wow.
Yeah.
They all look the same. Grandma Taylor, like I remember Grandma Taylor looking exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So do I.
She looked like that the day she died.
And
Yeah.
you know,
And even at our wedding.
When she caught the bouquet.
oh now here are the siblings.
Ooh, look at that.
Here they are. There's your grandmother, Michelle. You know,
Oh, that's a great picture of the three of them.
I love that picture.
Michelle, do you remember when Grandma Taylor would come up on Saturday and take you kids to the Red Barn for hamburgers?
Not Perkins?
No, it was Red Barn.
You know what? I mean, I remember having
this is a
lunch with her,
slap.
but I don't remember the restaurant though.
Yeah, it was the Red Barn, and we were a nervous wreck because she was pretty old by then, and driving was made us a little nervous. So, so I always had to go along. She really wanted to take you by herself.
Is this your new video, Dianne?
I'm sorry?
Is this the new video that you were
Yes.
talking about? I was going to
This
say
is-
I don't know these pictures.
Yes, this is the last. All right, yeah.
Virgil.
I wanted to go over this with you on the Zoom. So there's Grandpa Taylor, and there's your dad.
What a stud.
Who's that? Is that me?
That's your dad. That's you.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be me. Wasn't I
Yep.
cute? Look at that.
Look how cute you are.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yes. Aren't we surprised? Let's see. Here we go. I'm trying-
Aw.
I don't know who.
No, I've seen your baby picture. You're a very pretty baby.
Yes.
I mean,
that's-
still pretty, but I mean,
that-
really pretty baby.
Yeah, that's true. Let me see.
Oh, look at that picture.
I know. I'll send you the link to this. Oh,
Oh my.
Grandma Taylor, her sister Mary down in Texas was a caterer.
Oh,
Yeah.
And Grandma was down there in Texas visiting and was helping out at a party.
Look
I
how
was going to
Look at
say,
that
look
thing.
at that.
I was like, look
punch
at that bowl. I
Yeah.
know, it's beautiful.
Expensive.
And those
Yeah.
candles.
Yeah.
Where's Daddy?
Who?
Hey, Daddy, can you wipe her hands? She's got.
Oh, wait a minute. Who? I was trying to get.
There's Marge and Clarence.
Hang on. I was trying to get.
My great
Where's that
grandma.
picture of what happened here?
Oh, where's Mike?
There he is.
Can you read
oh,
it
wow.
for me?
Oh, look. Just
Yeah.
a baby.
Aw,
Piper. Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Piper, this is your great grandpa. Right there.
Now,
Ah.
okay. My father, of course, spent his love was motorcycles.
Yes.
And so, along with riding motordrome before he was married, he drove, he delivered the photographer would take a picture at the only World Series game, I think. Duane, am I right? The only World Series game that was played in Cleveland, or were Cleveland
Well,
in?
until the 90s, or I'm sorry, They
Okay,
played
so
in the
this-
World Series in 48 and then in
This is it.
54.
Okay. So
But this
that's
is
what
the
these-
48 World Series.
Yeah, so that's what these pictures are from. And he so
He
he
was a
would take,
messenger.
yes, that's the right word.
Oh, ride him on his motorcycle over. Okay.
Yes.
Take it over to the publisher, the Cleveland Press.
Piper goes, "Hey, Daddy, that's
Yeah,
my
I can't shut the pic. Yeah, if I turn the music off, I can't talk.
It's never stopped.
Oh, anyway, I don't know who these people are.
Ah,
You know who Johnny Saint and Steve Grom? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Sain was a great pitching coach long after his playing career. Matter of fact, during the World Series of 48, their two great pitchers for the Boston Braves were Johnny Sain and Warren Spahn. So their
Oh.
catchphrase was, because none of the other pitchers were any good, they would say, Spahn and Sain and pray for rain.
Oh, that's
Meaning they
cute.
didn't want give them the days off to rest before they played the next game, because the other pitchers were probably going to lose.
oh dear.
Now, I'm just telling you this picture when you look at the video. This was my mother's best friend, Dot Jarvis. When we lived on Clinton, when we moved to Clinton Avenue, there were 5 houses on the street. And Dot,
Really?
her husband Hank, lived in one of them. And she and Mom became very good friends till the day she died.
Oh, dear.
Oh, nice.
There's a picture of my dad.
You know what your dad did to me one time, Diane?
Oh, I can hardly wait.
It's small, but I'll never forget. Back in the day, on case, the phone rang. We had a home line, you know, and I went to answer it in my parents' bedroom. I said hello, as you normally would, and the the question he had, he just says it like this: "Are you home?" And I kind of went like, yeah.
Okay, wait, I'll be there in 2 minutes if you want to.
I actually thought for a moment, because he told me who he was, but I'm like, yeah, because like I was thinking, you called me.
This is before cell phones.
But he got me for a couple seconds there.
That's
Do
funny.
you guys, do any of you remember after he died and we all went back to,
I was just going to bring that up. Yeah, tell that story.
oh my God.
You told that at Mom's celebration of life. That was good. Tell the story.
So
Beth.
there was we were all in the living room and your mother, who was probably Dad's favorite target, her mother stood up and looked at his empty chair because no one was allowed to sit in his chair except Grandpa Taylor, his father-in-law. Okay, no one.
Mhm.
So your mother looked at the chair, she went over and she sat down. And I can't remember her exact words, but look at me, you know, here I am, Tom. Now, and each of us took a turn sitting in the chair. But the funny thing, none of the little children understood the joke.
I always knew about Uncle Tom's chair, and I was maybe 5, 6. But I knew the gravity of the chair.
Trying to sit in that chair.
Did you? Oh my God.
I knew that was his chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did he ever change your mom's name? Why did he change? How did that happen?
Well, she did actually.
Oh.
She was Marjorie Estelle. Now, Marjorie, we already had a Marjorie, so they started calling her Estelle. But for some reason, and Doug might remember, for some reason, she just up and said, I'm dropping Estelle and I'm gonna be Marge. Just Marge. Not Marjorie, but Marge. So,
No, I know what your dad called her. Didn't he call her Judy?
oh, Judy. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know where that came from.
He just,
No clue. Well, he called me Lucky.
yes, that's true.
Never
Well, that's
called me
easy because you're
Dianne.
born on Friday the 13th.
No, it was Thursday the 13th. But he told
Was
me-
it?
Yes, he told
But
everybody. Yes, he told everybody it was Friday
I
the
remember
13th.
being confused. He would call her Judy, and I'm like, why are we calling her Annabelle? Yeah,
But you know, he called all of you George.
I don't remember.
Yes.
All George. All children were George.
You remember that, Duane?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
You remember him taking you out to the kitchen on Clinton to show you
The finger?
the finger?
Yes.
The
Now,
box.
I got to tell you a story.
He was missing this finger.
I remember him missing that finger. I remember asking my mom, I'm like, why doesn't Uncle
And
Tom?
so Duane,
Yeah.
you tell that story.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I gotta sign off. I gotta.
Okay, we'll do this again.
Love you, Shannon. It's
Okay.
great to have you
Bye,
join us.
Shannon.
Bye-bye, hon.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
those of you that listen to Cleveland radio, if you know Munch Bishop, he's a good friend of ours, and Doug and I were at an event.
I'm
where we were-
recording this, Shannon.
I see that. I'm so happy. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. We'll
Bye.
do
Do
this
it
again.
again soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
So quickly, Doug got to share the story with Munch because Munch is missing, what, 3 fingers on one hand?
Oh,
Okay, so the story was, I think it was with your kids, Dianne, that they were asking your father how he lost his finger, and he was adamant, I didn't lose my finger. No, you see, and he goes, no, come with me. And he went to the kitchen, goes to the freezer where he had this prepared box with a hole in it,
Oh,
and he pulled it out and stuck a finger through the bottom and opened the box up. See, I still
oh
got
my
it.
God.
Well,
and
Munch-
he'd already gone in, sneaked into the bedroom and got a little powder. He powdered the finger so it looked.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
So Doug was sharing this story with this radio sports personality that I know. And Munch was going, oh my God, I got to use that. That is great. 'Cause
That's
that's such an endearing thing to share with kids to have a joke.
Oh, yes. There wasn't anything my father did that didn't have some, I don't know. It was funny to him. He was his best audience. He tortured people for his own amusement.
Sounds like Doug, doesn't it?
No, it's amazing that Doug turned out as well as he did. With a sister like me and a father like Tom. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Well, he's told my children, Doug has told my children several things that, like sewer monkeys and all of that. And I mean, they wouldn't go to the bathroom, like they were afraid the sewer monkeys were going to come and get them.
Oh,
He's a prankster too.
yes. I think that this must.
That's you.
It must be me.
That's you.
All right.
Oh.
I
Aww.
don't have. Well, you know how the first kid always gets most of the pictures. Well, that's probably how I got most of the pictures.
Yeah.
But
The camera
oh
gets
yes,
lost for the second one.
this is my.
Oh,
Am I not adorable there? Look at.
adorable.
And
I
it looks
told
so
you,
much,
Mom,
and
I
it looks
told
so
you.
much like Lily.
And I have that cabinet. Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
inherit that.
You look like Michelle there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you see yourself, Michelle?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Looks like Tom.
Yeah. See, I always
No,
thought
I
I was
think
more
I,
like my dad.
yeah.
Lily.
Matt,
I think you,
and those eyes look
I
like.
see Grandpa too, for sure.
There's Doug.
What's the age
Mhm.
difference?
Oh,
I think this. I'm trying to remember if this is the house on Clinton or still. I might have been Menor on the Lake. So
Yeah, I think that's Matter.
yeah.
That doesn't remind me of anything I remember of Clinton.
Okay. Yeah, I just can't. Now, what are all these people? Okay. Well, here's.
Mike. Well, there's the top right. You got Tom. You got Virgil in the middle. My grandfather, Uncle Al, and Philippa.
My mom must be holding.
Anna
a camera.
Taylor. You and
Yeah.
Doug.
You and Doug.
Look
And
how
then
tiny
I'm
Bessie
sure that's
was.
Marge.
Yes. Look how tiny she was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
petite. Yeah.
Yeah, mom and dad were, my mom and dad were big in, because of the motorcycle, they were big in the cycle club. And you'll see these pictures when you guys get the link to this video. You'll see, you can stop them and look at the pictures anytime you want. But
I love that picture.
which one?
The one you put up on Facebook, it was the first time I saw that of Grandma and Grandpa. And he's in uniform.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't seen any of these before.
Now this is Teddy. Now Teddy, you remember Teddy? Were you? You guys.
Oh
were
yeah,
young. Teddy, mom named him.
beautiful name.
He was.
Tom, Estelle, Doug, Diane, Young.
Yep, that was it. That was it. And
Oh, wow.
it always ran away.
Don't
Now this
listen.
is one of the few pictures of our backyard on Clinton.
Oh.
These are these old people. The Grays. I think their name was Gray. And that's probably me. But and I have no idea who the neighbor child was. But that's one of the few pictures I have of our backyard. Well, here's Teddy. Teddy is matured.
And Lassie.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, pretty dog. Wow.
He ran away all the time, and Dad would go and get him. And now Dad had an MG. MG, no top on it. And so when Teddy would run away, he'd go down to the creek and get all muddy. So Dad would put a rope around him, and because he was so filthy dirty, he'd not be allowed in the car. So Dad would hold the rope, and the dog would have to run alongside the car because.
That's funny.
Oh my.
So that was that was life with Teddy. Let me see. But I can't wait. There is another album that I have not scanned yet. So I can't even, it's there. I just can't tell you who all. Oh, look at this, Miss Wendy.
Oh.
Look, there's your mom.
Yeah. And
Well, that's got to be Bonnie, right?
Oh, that makes me miss them more.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about pictures when Bonnie, Bonnie's photo album or her little baby book, whatever, it couldn't even close. It was so full of pictures, and then it was the same. And then I teased my mom. I said, when I open mine, one picture falls out. What's going on with that?
First child gets all the pictures.
That's right. That's right. That's the shame of it.
Yeah, you get busy raising them.
Yeah. Now let me see. I'm trying to see if there's any. Oh, that's that one.
Grandpa,
like this has got everybody in it, and wasn't this something like this? We were trying to figure out what the occasion was.
Right.
To have this, all sides of the family, both sides of the family in one picture was unusual. So I'm trying to remember. Now Nana was still alive because there she is in the middle, so it wasn't a funeral. But nobody looks happy. I mean, nobody's smiling. And then, of course, that guy over there on the far left, that was Granddad Young, my dad's father. Nicest man in the world. He really was awesome. And
now, where's your mom? Where's the cursor picture on your mom?
Where's my mom?
Oh, okay. That's
I was going to say, oh, here's my mom.
Okay.
There's my mom, and there's Grandpa Virgil, and there's Aunt Marjorie.
Right.
Now, I can't tell who this is in the back.
No.
I don't know. Let me see. Has she labeled him? Aunt Emma. I don't know who Aunt Emma is. Oh, Sadie, Uncle Al's sister.
Oh, yep, Uncle. I'm remembering Sadie. They lived in Daytona Beach.
Okay.
So that's probably her husband, Uncle George.
Oh, okay.
Or went by Uncle Dud.
Oh, okay.
And then you have my grandmother.
Okay, yeah.
In the back. You see half her
Okay.
face.
So we still can't figure out what the occasion was.
No, no. There's no date. And before my mother died, Doug came over and he had the video camera, and I sat with Mom and we went through the photo albums. I still have the VHS tape.
Mhm.
I have not looked at it.
Mm.
Oh, you probably got some good stories in there too.
Yeah, I still have I made sure I had a VHS player, so I could always look at these things. And I
Well,
haven't transferred to digital yet, but if I ever do that, she talked about a lot of these things, and God knows, guys, maybe some of these people and their names are on there. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, this is one of their friends. My dad on his motorcycle, and the Allens were friends of my parents. I don't know if that's me or Doug, but one of us on the motorcycle. Dad used to take us to Salzburg on the motorcycle.
Wow, that's a pretty long ride.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And so let's see. Well, we're just kind of coming down the end of this one here.
well,
Yeah.
don't wait too long on looking at those videotapes. I've had some videotapes I pulled out,
Yeah.
and they've deteriorated or they won't
Oh.
rewind all the way.
Really?
So that's not a very
Trying to transfer ours over. Joe's got this thing from work, a guy at work, but it takes a long time to do it. And I'd really just like, we've got videos, all VHS of our kids. I'd like to put them on.
Sure.
But what's the time frame, Duane, that they've deteriorated? Like how many years?
I wish I could tell you. My kids are 30s or in their 30s now, so I've gone back and tried to look at some of those tapes, and
They're deteriorated?
not much luck.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
Our
Look
old-
all the couples. There's Uncle Vern, Uncle Charlie, and
Yeah.
Beverly. Everybody's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who these people are. Probably friends. I'm not. This man's face looks familiar.
I've seen him a couple places, Diane. I don't know who that is. And in fact, he was in a picture like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes back with
Okay.
not Uncle, with
Okay.
Uncle Al, which would be Duane. Your
No, that's not my grandfather.
Okay. No, I'm saying I thought he was in that picture.
Okay.
Oh, if I saw Marge, I would say that's probably Clarence, but I don't think so because I don't see Marge.
Who's the guy on the left next to my mom?
Grandpa Virgil.
Is it?
Grandpa T.
Grandpa
Doesn't quite
T.
look like
Grandpa
him.
Taylor
Okay.
on the left, up there at 10 o'clock
Yeah.
With the white tie.
next to Beverly.
Oh, who is this?
Look at these cute kids.
Well,
Doug.
I recognize two of them.
there's Doug and there's me.
Yeah.
I don't know who the little girls are.
I don't either. Yeah.
No.
Look, this is my brother
Aw.
with Uncle Virgil.
Virgil,
Aw.
Diane, and Doug.
How cute is that?
It's
I
so cute.
know.
You know what? You're probably doing a slip and slide knowing him.
Ah,
Looks like a picnic.
Blanket.
It's a
Dad, he
picnic
was
blanket.
he was such fun.
He was.
I had fun uncles. I really did.
Yeah.
I think my father was probably a little jealous because my mother had such nice brothers. Yeah.
Well, my dad was like, we went sledding and all the parents or the dads would be sitting down behind the children on a toboggan. Oh no, not my dad. My dad would have to stand and go down it with us.
Oh, geez.
Stand?
Oh, wow.
He would stand like he was
He
doing a
broke
wave?
fingers and everything. Yeah, he was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, children, this has been fun.
Yes.
Yes, we'll have to
This
do it again.
sometime, and sometime with your pictures, because I don't have, unless this other album has some of Wendy, your mom's mother. I did see a reference to your grandpa Tavernier. I
Mhm.
don't remember his first name though. It was mentioned somewhere.
Lewis.
All right, there's a picture of him.
I'm named after, my mom was Beverly Lou. I'm Wendy Lou, named after my grandfather.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
wow.
Lou,
Okay.
that's right. Lou Tavernier.
But
Okay.
when you're a kid in school and they ask you what your middle name is, it was not,
Oh,
it was
no.
embarrassing. It was
And you
embarrassing.
said your name is Wendy Lou Who?
Right, and then
Oh.
Bill?
boys, Shannon, as you know, are very immature. So when we all had, so when with girls and I would walk in the hallway, this is elementary, they go, boo-hoo for Wendy Lou. I had to with that.
Oh, that's terrible.
Children can
Oh.
be
proud
so
of-
cruel.
After my grandfather. But yeah, when you're a little kid and they're going boo-hoo for Wendy Lou, it wasn't fun.
You know what? That's so,
I'm still
Silly.
seeing
I
a
feel like
therapist
that's
for it.
Typical.
you
So,
should.
Don't beat those kids up.
What's
Dianne,
what's
everybody?
what's my mom's middle name?
What?
For what? It's not Marie.
What, your mom?
Yeah,
Kathy May.
that's it, May.
Yeah, May.
She
Was
hates
she
it.
named for anybody?
No,
No.
no.
They just threw that name out there?
And
Well, I thought it was Marie forever, and she goes, "Oh, you're so kind," and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
that's Aunt Bonnie's baby. She's named after my grandma Tavernier. And we named our youngest daughter Macy as Macy Marie, and Aunt Bonnie, Shannon, this is secret. My
Oh,
sister,
yeah.
Aunt
Very
Bonnie, she goes, "You named her after me with the middle name?" I go, "No, but yes." It just went M&M and Macy Marie Rosenbaum. It just seemed to fit. And it wasn't until after she said that to me that I was like, oh, I forgot that's your middle name. But anyway, you're
I
sworn to.
won't share that with anyone. I promise.
All right. Well,
That's good. That's good.
Just so you know, this
Ready
is
to
recorded,
save
so you're.
oh, this is great.
Uh-oh.
Goodness.
All right.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you guys. We'll do.
Love you, folks.
Thank
Great,
you.
great to
This
get
is
together.
great.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll
Bye,
bring the
everyone.
chips
Again.
next time.
Okay.
Everyone again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was so fun.